Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
Hey, what's up? Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Constance Carter, and I want to make sure you get that 222 We Got You. It's on iTunes. If you don't know anything about that 222 We Got You, actually, we're going to come on here tomorrow, and we're going to talk to the ladies who actually put the entire song together. But if you don't have it, make sure you go to Fly Nubian Queens, our YouTube page, and subscribe, number one. But check out the video. Check out the video on 222 We Got You on Fly Nubian Queens. Make sure you go over there and you subscribe. All right. Also, go over to Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter, my YouTube page and my Facebook page, and make sure you subscribe as well. And for all those melanated people, because this is Fly Nubian Queen, the network for melanated people just like you, we want all the queens. Any queens in the house? Any queens in the house today? Where y'all at? I want you to text the word queens to 31996. Again, I want you to text the word queens to 31996, you guys. I have a special treat for you. So what I'm trying to do is I want to make sure that you get all the wealth building information that you can possibly get. Okay? What's up, Taniqua? I want to make sure you get all the sweetheart, I want to make sure you get all of the wealth building information that you can get out here, out in these streets, right? And I'm talking to you about things that I know for sure, not things that I heard. I'm talking about things that I've actually experienced. And if there are things that I haven't experienced, I'm going to bring somebody on here that's going to talk to you about things that they've experienced or things that they know to be true. But always know that anytime that you tune into Constance Carter Real Talk Live with me, I'm going to give you something that's going to uplift you in some kind of way, because that's what it's about for me. So I might not be able to give you all the latest celebrity gossip. That, you know, that's not really my thing. But I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to help the community, build the community, show you how to grow your money and not blow your money. That's what I want to do. So all the queens and the kings out there, you guys, I want you to check in and tell me where you're hailing from. All the kings and the queens. Constance Carter, broker and CEO of Catalyst Real Estate Professionals. If you don't know who I am, I own the largest African-American owned real estate firm in California. And I just happen to be in California, Northern California, in fact. And I also own one of the largest co-working spaces in Sacramento area. But where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Fred Williams said you need a personal assistant, and I might be the one. Okay, Fred. All right. Caleb King. He said he's from Indianapolis. Where else? Orlando. All right. That's what's up. Where are all the kings and queens from? I want you to chime in the chat and let me know, where are you hailing from? What time is it out there? Because right now in California time is 6 o'clock. Might be 9 o'clock where you are. Might be 8 o'clock where somebody else is at. But I want to know where you're coming in from, because I want to acknowledge all of our people from all over the place. You guys are all over the world, in fact. So I want to see where you guys are hailing from. Tina Michelle Sales says Richtown. Aisha says she's from Chicago. Romel Harris is from Chicago also. All right. Right on. Thank you. Thank you for checking in, kings and queens. So, as I said, I am the owner of the largest African-American owned real estate firm in California. And as such, the thing about Catalyst, and let me just kind of tell you where we are coming from. We're African-American owned, but not African-American only. So we support people from all walks of life. But we do realize that there is a wealth gap. There's a huge wealth gap in this country, and it was created by the powers that be. How many of you guys know that the wealth gap in this country was created by the powers that be? The federal government, in fact. I did a TED talk a couple of months ago about, it's called Google That Shit, 4 ways that you can close the wealth gap. And I give really succinct details and ideas on how you can close the wealth gap. And so what does that look like? Well, the government and the federal government and the man and the powers that be, they put barriers in place through redlining, through predatory lending, through all of these mediums that didn't allow us to get into the game, because 80% of wealth is generated through real estate. 90% of wealth is passed intergenerationally. But at the same time, there's a lot of Black spending power. There's a lot of dollars in the Black community that we just aren't spending correctly. And so we have to shift our mindset. And that's the reason why we talk about, you know, how to trade stock and how to diversify your portfolio, not just real estate, how to really not just help you, but the next generation. That's why I talk about using your credit as leverage to create wealth. Because let me tell you something, millionaires, I don't care how much money you have, millionaires are not using their own money. Millionaires are using what's called OPM, other people's money. So if you didn't know, I don't care how much money you got. I know millionaires who have millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they will still get a bank loan. The banks are actually using your money to invest so they can make more money while they're giving you 0.001% on the money that you got in their banks, right? So that's the whole point in here. And so the great thing about Catalyst, and I'm just going to brag on my company really quick, is that we have agents who really believe in creating transformational change, right? So I've worked at companies, and it's been all about the transaction. Like, how many homes could I sell you? How many people, all about the numbers, sales. And I started my business 18 years ago. And it's really about how many people I can help rather than how many people I can sell. So it's always been how I could be transformational rather than transactional. And I'm so blessed, really, guys. I'm so blessed that I have a team. I've been able to just handpick the right team who has the same mindset about helping people rather than selling people. Thank you, Caleb. I'm really blessed. And so I want to bring somebody on here and just kind of talk to you about some of her experiences. Now, let me tell you about this young lady that, oh my God, I'm so proud of her. She is young enough to be my daughter. She's about 24 years old. She is a 3-time best-selling author. So this young lady has 3 best-selling books already. 24 years old. She had 2 by the time she was 22. Okay. She is a motivational speaker. She is a real estate agent. She is an insurance agent. Like I said, if my kids could be half of what she is, I will be winning. And I'm so super proud of her. And so we call her the millennial, or she calls herself the millennial mindsetter, because she wants to help change the mindset of millennials. But the information that she has to bring today that we're going to talk about today, the game that we bring to you today is not just for millennials, but we telling you how to creative ways on how to purchase your home. So if you ever wanted to buy a home, sometimes people don't think that they're worthy of buying homes. And that's what I know. That's what I've experienced in talking to people. I think that I just, I'm supposed to be in an apartment. I'm supposed to be renting for the rest of my life. Who am I to deserve home ownership? And it's like, that's just a basic principle, right? That's some of us who have homes. We know that. But for some people, they think that they're not even worthy. I talk to people who think that they're not worthy to drive a nice car. So we got to start shifting our mindset and understand that we need to start investing in assets rather than liabilities. And so our mission is to preach the good news. Like, we are disciples and we are preaching the good news of wealth building. We help people with their credit. She also helps people with their credit, because one of our mottos is, if you have a job, you can own a home. No doubt about that. We'll figure out the rest. But if you got a job, we're going to get you in a home. We do not tell you that you can't. We show you how you can. So I'm going to bring Ariane on, my baby Ariane. Oh, I'm going to bring her on right now. I call her my baby. She actually has a couple of kids. I call her kids my grandbaby. And I want to bring her on right now. Hey, Miss Ari.
Hey, everybody.
And she's on here, and I know it's hundreds of you guys on here today, but I want to introduce her to you because she is so impressive. Like, if we can get, actually, 45% of the homeowners in 2020, Ari, did you know that 45% of the homeowners are actually millennials?
I saw that. So that's exciting.
So what you're doing is working.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So do you want me to introduce myself, or?
Yeah, go ahead, introduce yourself, boo.
Okay, hey everybody. If you don't know me yet, my name is Ariane Miller. I'm the Millennial Mindsetter. As Constance said, I do a lot of great things. Real estate, life insurance, credit, this, that, and the third. But one of my main goals is to assist millennials with making, managing, and maximizing their money through life insurance, credit, and real estate. So that's our goal here today. And another thing that we want to do is break the generational cycle of poverty and create the generational cycle of wealth. So I'm so glad you guys are here today to watch this, because this is important. The things that you're going to hear in this conversation today, you can use. So share this, like this, because someone you know needs to hear this today.
Look at my baby. Look at my baby. Yes. You hear her. Y'all hear how she's talking. She's 20-some years old. So first of all, let's get a little history on you, Ari, because you got your real estate license, you had your insurance license first. Why did you decide to get your real estate license?
I decided to get my real estate license. Honestly, I think my mom's been in real estate for the last maybe 20 years or so. It's
Okay.
2020, so maybe 15 years or so.
Okay.
And when I turned 18, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you the real estate class." And I'm like, "I don't want to do that. Like, you know, you don't want to listen to your parents because you just don't." But she ended up getting it for me, and I followed in her footsteps. I ended up doing it, and I really love it. They say do something that you would do for free, and I really will do it for free because we don't get paid until we close deals. But seriously, I would do it for free. Honestly, there's so many things that maybe I like doing, not so much, but real estate, I love it. I truly do. It's so fulfilling. So
that's beautiful. So why did you choose Catalyst? Because you could have went anywhere.
Oh, I chose Catalyst because I saw you on Facebook. And I was like, I don't know who she is, but I want to be on her team. I want to be on the winning team. Wow. And I knew a lot of people in real estate, honestly, and they're like, why didn't you go with us? We're your friends. And I'm like, I want to be on the winning team. And if you don't like me for that, I'm sorry. But we're going where greatness is. We're going where greatness is. So that's how I ended up with you.
So what's been your experience at Catalyst?
What'd you say?
What's been your experience at Catalyst?
Oh, Catalyst is amazing. So the best thing about Catalyst is the culture. Like you said earlier, we're not like, oh, business transaction. We do everything. We do breakthrough trainings. We work together as a family. We help one another. We truly care about one another. We party together. We have fun together. We work together and we make money together. We encourage each other, and it's just a place that you want to be.
Yeah, I ain't telling to say that, y'all. I really didn't. So let's get to it. Thank you. Listen, I tell everybody, and you know, we have meetings. We have meetings all the time, and what I tell everybody, because it's, you know, really, I don't care if you don't sell any houses or you sell 100 houses. Everybody on the team is equally important to me in my eyes, and everybody who's on our team is what makes up our team. So there's no big eyes or little U's. Like, nobody got an office except for the boss, right? But we have offices where anybody could drop in, but nobody owns anything. So we don't have an office where you got the top producers over there in the office and you have everybody in the bullpen. Like, their office, you can go to an office if you want to, but most people like the open collaboration space. And, you know, for some people it was a little tough at first, but then they had to understand, like, we are all in this together, and, you know, they love it. So, but let's get down to business in terms of, like, you know, real estate, because that's why we have hundreds of people tuning in right now. So real estate, and when you talk about, you know, different, you know, financing options to get in, because that's what people want to know. Our audience is mostly Black people, okay? And I'm not stereotyping anything, but just my experience, some of the challenges that we have in our community are credit and money saved, credit and savings. Right. So, you know, often when we do home buyer workshops, some of the things that we really focus on are like down payment assistance and you know, credit. So tell us about some different creative things that you wanted to share with us today.
So that's actually the first on my list. And I know you guys are going to be like, what? But the first thing I want to share with you guys is the best and most creative way, because people are not doing it, to fund your house is you. We as Black people, I think we have a spending power of like $2 trillion. We got money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we have money. Whether we're using it properly or whether we know how to use it or whether we're investing it in the right things is another story. But we can do it. So that would be the first thing. I know Constance has this great story. One of her clients is like, I can't buy a house. And when she analyzed her budget and because most of us don't have one, but when she analyzed the budget, organized her spending, she found out she was spending $2,500 a month on fast food alone.
Fast food.
That's fast food. That's eating out.
Eating out.
So we can do it. We have the power to do it. Although we can use other people's money, I want you guys to feel empowered about that. We can do it. We have the money. We make the money. We have the buying power. So that's the first creative way. And the reason why it's creative is because we're not doing it. But I have some other ways as well. Okay. But that's the first thing I wanted to share with you guys. How do you feel about that?
So you're talking about we have $1.3 trillion, you guys. Somebody say $1.3 trillion in spending power, right? You got $3 trillion in spending power as a community. What are we spending our money on? Are we spending it on assets or liabilities? I met, my brother was sharing with me someone that he knows. He had been trying to get me to talk to her about buying a house for months, right? And she didn't want to call me. And I said, hey, have her give me a call. She didn't want to call me. And she was scared to death to buy a house. She'd been renting for 20, 30 years, right? So she said, I don't know, because she never called me. I got 800 credit score. I got money in the bank. Boom, let's get you the house. Well, she ended up buying her a brand new 2020 $80,000 Mercedes-Benz in cash instead of buying a house. Now, when she drove that car off the lot, it was probably worth now $60,000. So she just wasted a whole $20,000. What did E40 say back in the day? He said, don't buy $85,000 car before you buy a house.
You sure did.
She spent all her money on buying something that depreciates rather than investing it in something that appreciates. And I'm telling you that story, but it's not a story that's like odd, because people do it all the time. You can go to any project in America and see a gang of Mercedes sitting in the driveway or in the car lot, in the carport, right? You go to any hood in America and you can see luxury cars all over the place. So shift our mindset. You know, you'll be on Section 8, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Section 8, pay a $200 rent, but you'll pay a $1,000 car note. It's something wrong with that thinking. We got to change the way we think. So we got to think about how we can grow our money and not blow our money, right, Ari?
That's right. So I want to challenge the people. If you believe that you can budget and you can save, share this video. If you know somebody that needs to be encouraged to budget and save, share this video. We want to make sure that they get the information.
Also, too,
help you.
And before you go on, I want to make sure that you guys are subscribing to Fly Nubian Queen, because we are, for melanated people just like you, we are always going to drop you some games. So make sure that you're subscribing to Fly Nubian Queen, and you also hit that alert button. And listen, Ari, you know what? I'm gonna do a Q&A, and I'd like for you to join me on the Q&A, because I want to dial down on some of we're getting a lot of questions, and I want to dial down on some of the questions in our Q&A.
Right now?
No, not right now. So I want them to go to Constance Carter VIP, and I want them to subscribe, because the first month is free. But there's a lot of information that we have to unpack, right? So we're going to give them a lot of great nuggets, but there's a lot of information that we're going to be able to unpack with the Q&A. So I want you to go to Constance Carter VIP and subscribe, so that you can have a one-on-one or two-on-one or 2-on-50 with me and Ariane. All right, let's go. Next.
The next thing I want you guys to know, and it actually goes with the first one, is right. It goes together. Ask your family members for a gift. You would be surprised. I know somebody personally, and they are the penny pincher of all penny pinchers. You would think they was broke as a joke. They ain't got no money, and that they ain't got nothing. But when it came down to it, they were able to help their daughter buy a house. And they had over 800 credit score, almost over $100,000 in the bank, and you just wouldn't know. There's things that you just won't know. So make sure you build a relationship with your family members so you guys can come together.
So create a way. So coming together as a family unit, you guys everybody investing together.
Well, there's a couple options. So if you guys are close enough, maybe you are, maybe you are not. You don't necessarily they don't have to live with you. If they're willing to co-sign for you or give you a gift, they don't have to live with you. They can just gift it to you. It could be your parents, your godparents, your cousin, your sister, your brother, whoever. But sometimes our family, you know what? They say that millionaires don't look how you think they would look, or some wealth or riches. So you think your family is broke, but they're just frugal, and they know how to invest, and they know how to save.
Absolutely.
And they have the resources you need. You just have to build those relationships and cultivate those relationships so you guys can get together and make it happen.
Right. Okay.
So I want you guys to know that. Ask your family for a gift.
Okay. Ask your family for a gift. All right. Yeah. So what about are you going to talk about maybe multi-units? Because
I
what?
sure am.
Oh, okay. Go for it, girlfriend.
So, multi-units. Here's a great thing. So there's a couple ways you can go with this. If you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can afford a house. This is challenging. You get your first house and make it a multi-unit. You live in one unit and rent out the rest.
Okay.
And those rents should pay your mortgage off. And if you want to go on a smaller scale, you can also do this. Just buy a residential family house or a single family home, that's what we call it, and live in one room and rent out the other rooms. I know somebody personally, she has a single family home and she has like a basement suite. So the basement has everything you need, and all of her tenants live upstairs. So that's an option that you can have. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's talk about that. So I know somebody who came together with a multi-unit, bought it with a family member, right?
Yes.
So they went in together. One lived on one side, one lived on the other side. And so they did that until they had enough equity for one to buy another. And then one they bought another property. And so now they have two properties, right? So they bought the other property together. And one stays in one stays in the other, and now they're renting out the other sides, and now their mortgage is paid. How about
Absolutely. That is so true. That is so true. And
Absolutely.
they try to tell us like, hey, your first home is a liability, or they try to plant those seeds, but your first home is an investment. You're still gaining equity. You're still not losing out, or your rent won't be raised, or you can still paint the walls. You can do whatever you want to do, put nails in the walls. It's yours. And the reason I'm saying that is because your first house doesn't have to be your dream house, but it could be leveraged to build to get into your dream house and to build your portfolio so you can have investments and be great.
Let's talk
about it.
Let's talk about leverage, because that's one of the biggest pieces of owning a home, right? You can't use leverage in renting a home or rent an apartment.
No.
People say, I'm not trying to buy a home until I can buy my dream home.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you say about that?
I say it's all good. But one thing that I learned from my mom was you have to be able to have a vision. If you're able, I got the perfect story. Me. I bought my first house and it was a hot mess. It was a trap house, literally. It was just a hot mess. They had people living there, like hotel quarters and everything. It was $210,000. And this was about almost a year and 6 months ago. So 210,000. We got it. We fixed it up. I think we put like $15,000 into it. Today it's gonna be worth nearly $300,000
in a year and a half.
Yep. I'm not.
So you have $85,000 in equity.
That's right. And then I'm gonna be my own realtor, so that's even better. So
are you gonna sell it or you gonna rent it out and get something else?
I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. So
and it wasn't your dream
home. No, heck no.
Yeah.
And the crazy, because the day that I think it was the day that we got the day we had to evict the people, because we had to evict the people, and that was a long process. We had to like split up. My spouse had to live with his grandmother. I had to live with my grandmother for like 3 months or so. And it was like something people like that quote they say, somebody took the opportunity that you have and made it work, and you crying about it. So like it was horrible. I mean, it was so horrible. There was police out there. They had like 6 cars in the front. It was just a nightmare. But because I had a vision, I've been able to gain, like you said, about $85,000 in equity in like a year and a half. And I was so excited. It was horrible, but I was like, this is my house. It was like a room in the back. At first, I wanted to make it a closet, and then later it became my office. But I'm like, this is about to be my closet. And you just have to have that, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on opportunities. So that's another thing for another day, but be able to identify opportunities so you can, like we said, use leverage to win.
So that's why I'm so proud of you, Ari, because What other people look at as a misfortune or like a negative situation, like some people don't have the fortitude or the patience to wait to evict a tenant, right? And you're like, no, this is my house. I see it as an opportunity that other people will see as an obstacle. And you created that, you did that, and then you put a little bit of money in, but look at, I mean, you winning all the way around.
And honestly, I need to tell you guys too, I have to. That was tax money. That was tax money that we put into that house.
So let's talk about that. So that's another creative thing, right? All right, let's talk about tax money. How do you use your tax money? Because it's almost tax season. You got like two months before tax season, right?
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I heard that the IRS haven't even dropped taxes for 2019. So when they do, take 2019 taxes and 2020 taxes, put them together, and invest in your home. That's the perfect way. So, and then that's cool because it actually kind of gave you the opportunity to save because you probably would have spent it by now. Yeah.
So a lot of times we think first of all, tax money is not free money because people be like, oh, I can't wait, it's tax season, I'm about to my money. First of all, that's money that you've lent to the federal government, that you overpaid to the federal government, that they're just paying you back. So it's your money. But a lot of times what people will do is they'll take that money and they'll go buy, like, how many TVs do you need? You know what I mean? How many pairs of shoes do you need? And so we're spending our money on liabilities rather than assets. And imagine if you're getting $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 back, you could use that towards your down payment. Because somebody said, how much money do you need in the bank? 3.5%. You can get a house with as low as 3.5%, or get down payment assistance, right? So if you use your, this is money that, first of all, it's not free, but it's your money. And it's basically the government is holding it for you until the beginning of the year. Use that as a down payment.
Mm-hmm. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
So that was important. That wasn't even on my list, but that was so important, you guys. We have to use our refund wisely because our life is depending on it. Our family and our kids are depending on it. And so many times we think it's about the material thing. It's not. It's about the peace of mind that we know we have a home to go to. It's those things that matter. So,
Right. And so, I mean, I always want to make sure that we're telling them ways that we can leverage. So you guys make sure that you subscribe to Constance Carter VIP so that we can have our Q&A session. And we're going to do that once a week. Ariana's going to be on so we can dig a little bit deeper in those opportunities, because we want to tell you about down payment assistance and what that looks like. We want to tell you about how to build your credit. Ariana is a credit specialist. This is something that she does, and she charges a fee, and she's going to do it for free when she comes onto our VIP section. So make sure you subscribe to Constance Carter, VIP.com. First month is free, and you can come on there and we will drop that game on you. We promise. And we're going to really unpack a lot and go a lot deeper. So make sure you go on there. I mean, as we go along, we're going to talk about a whole lot. We're going to talk about ways that you can buy commercial property. We're going to talk about ways that you can build business credit. We're going to talk about ways that you could establish your business. I took my company from a 0 to a 7-figure business. And so if you want to know how to do that, go to Constance Carter, VIP.com, because we're going to discuss it all. We're going to talk all about it. All right. You got any other ways, Miss Ari?
I do. I wanted to add, so many people don't know that we talked about it briefly, but I want to y'all to know.
Impress upon you. Yes.
You can refinance. I'll say it slow. You can refinance your first property. You can cash out, take advantage of record low interest rates, and buy more houses.
What?
We can own America, y'all. Come on now.
Let's talk about it.
While we waiting for reparations, we can buy our own. So
listen, real estate is going to be the way. It's going to be the number one, the main way that we can close a wealth gap. Period. Real estate is the way. And I know you and I both got into this business so that we can really help people to create generational wealth, Ari. And there are so many different strategies that we can definitely dive deeper into. But let's talk about, getting a property. And right now, and they're saying for 2021, possibly we might be able to keep the same interest rates, right, for the next year. That's cool. 2% loans, 2.5% loans. This rates have never been this low. So say you have a home, say you own a home. You take money out of that house. This is so let me tell you about a client that I have. So she was in her 30s. She's in her 30s. She bought her duplex. She used 3.5% down on an FHA loan, bought her first duplex. She took her money out of her 401k. So she's leveraging money that she got from here and she's putting it over here, right? Got that first duplex, refinanced that, took the cash out, got another duplex. No, got a triplex. Took the money out of that, put 3.5% down on that one because she refinanced that one to a conventional loan. Took that one, got a fourplex. Right. So she kept refinancing, and that's how she was able to build leverage and create wealth. So now she has 10 units, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She has 9 doors. She has 9 units in which she is getting paid from. And it all started with 3.5% down that she was able to pull from her 401k.
Yeah.
So
and that I'm so happy you mentioned that. Oh,
yeah.
ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Mention that because that's on my list. 401k and life insurance. As we know, we give our money to our job. It's so easy to save in a 401k, but it's hard to save, at home. But we give our monies to our job, and we can use that money. We can borrow it. We can take it. We can use it to help build our wealth because essentially real estate is the way to go, as we know. And we will always need a place to stay. Life insurance. Yeah. If you have any type of permanent life insurance, like a IUL or a whole life insurance policies that your grandmother or your mother set you up with when you were a child, those policies build cash value. You can pull cash value from your life insurance policy and use it towards your home down payment. You can use it towards to do whatever you want to do. But in this space, you can use it towards your down payment. You can use it towards your closing costs. You can use it to buy furniture in your new house. But you can use that cash value that's building in your life insurance to leverage and get real estate. And that's a creative way. We don't think of that. So I want you guys to know that.
What about acorns?
Acorns, yes. So, I got stories for y'all. But acorns, in just a couple months, I was able to save like $300. I was like, where did this come from? And it was just change in Acorns. If you guys don't know, Acorns is an app. And what you do is you set it up, you link it to every single account you have, and they will just pull your change. So if you make a transaction for 99 cents, they'll save a penny. If you make a transaction for, $1.50, they'll save the change, which would be 50 cents. But we don't realize it, but that money adds up so fast. Back in the day, our grandparents had those big water cans, and they would throw like dollars and change in them. We got a computer to do it for us, and it's so easy. You don't even know it's gone. So that's that. But I got another story to tell y'all too. Okay. And it's similar to acorns, but I want you guys to know, and everything is a risk, but investing in stocks can help you build leverage to get your home. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm in the class from Warren Carter. And I think about 3 months ago, he did his class and he just taught us like the basics of Robinhood, which I had known, but I wasn't using them. I started using them and I turned $2,100 into $3,000 in 3 months. Turned $2,100 into $2,000 in 3 months. And I want you guys to know, like, I know you guys are like, I don't even have $2,100. That's okay. I literally just, every time I buy something, I just buy $100 of it. So it was like $2,100 over time, but I just like, okay, $100, that's my limit. But over time, it added up to $2,100. That was my initial investment. But as my stocks rose, you have to read, you have to understand. But that was $3,000. When I'm ready, I will pull that money out and I will use it towards my real estate.
That's dope. My son, by the way, he's teaching stock classes. Okay. Let me tell you my acorn story. Let me tell you my acorn story. So I started investing in acorns because let me tell you guys, one of the ways that while you're spending money for Christmas and you're doing all that shopping, acorns will save your change for you. While you're spending money, you're actually saving money. It's crazy. So I started acorns around December one year, I think a couple of years ago. And within a year, I saved $30,000 because I spent so much money. I spent so much money that, and plus I 10x'd it, right? So it wasn't just a change. So if it was supposed to save 5 pennies, it saved, $50. I mean, 50 cents, excuse me. If it was supposed to do 98 cents, it would do $9.80, right? So I 10x'd it because you could do that with Acorn. So they're taking out more. Plus I had them taking out like $300 a month. So within 1 year, I saved $30,000. Talk about leverage, right? So I use my Acorns money, and I'm also an investor in a dispensary. So I use my weed money to buy a commercial building, right? So I use my Acorns money that I wasn't even thinking about, and my weed money to buy a commercial property, which is real estate, which I'm also making money from. Leverage. So you can leverage all of these different ways. You start investing in stock. My son, I don't know how much that boy did made, but he's made over $15,000, and I think like 7 of those $1,000 he made it within the last 3 months, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's 7 because I told him, because when he got my account, I think we were at like 7,500 or somewhere around there, and I told him anything you make, son, is yours. Anything above the $7,000 I was already in there is yours. So this boy is on it at 6 o'clock every morning until he goes to bed. He's ding, 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 ding all day. He's putting information in there, but he's researching on ways he can make money. So that money, that whatever you make, whatever you're investing in, you utilize that as leverage to make other investments. You don't just pull it out. So now he is buying little shoes. Little boy got a 50-inch TV up in his room. He got some little Nikes and stuff. He tried to live his best life. He got a little bachelor pad going on upstairs. He took down the little warrior sheets that I had on his bed, and he put like, a gray, like sexy comforter up in his room. He's doing it. He's a bachelor now. He's 16. He's a bachelor. But he's also using that as money, as leverage to make more investments. So I see him constantly pulling money out and he's like, I'm going to take some money out, and then I'm going to do, like, he has all these strategies where he's actually growing his money. So if you guys start investing in stock, that's a great way. And Dr. Boyce Watkins in fact, he learned from Dr. Boyce Watkins. So if you follow Dr. Boyce, you can learn all about stock through Dr. Boyce Watkins as well. He teaches you the basics on how to even look at it, to leverage it. So any other ways?
I do have a couple more ways.
Go
First
for it.
of all, if you think this information is useful, drop a heart in the comments, guys. Let us know that you're here with us. Let us know that you believe that you can utilize these creative ways and become a homeowner and build wealth for your family for generations to come, build peace of mind, build a loving atmosphere. So many times couples are arguing about money, finances. So let us know that this is adding value to your life. Give us a heart, give us something.
Drop a heart and drop a fist. Drop a fist too.
Yeah. B1, check it in. Where's B1 at?
Yes. Yeah, B1. That's what's up. So drop a fist, drop a heart. Let us know that this is adding value, because we only want to be on here if we're giving you value in some way, shape, or form.
Thank you, Yvette. We appreciate you. So last but not least, and then I'm gonna do a quick recap because I want to make sure you guys got this. Take notes and write down.
Don't y'all love Ari?
Yeah, so connect with us, but write this stuff down because we want to make sure you apply. Knowledge is the way to go. If you just hear it but you ain't apply it, that's not cool. Apply this stuff. But okay, so last but not least, I have for you guys is seller financing and private lending or hard money. Seller financing is something that we use for people who may have challenge credit, or maybe even like a challenging income situation. And basically how it works is you will take possession of the house, you will hold the title and everything, but rather than being financed through a lender or a bank, you will be financed through the seller.
Boom. And so that does what?
That gives you the opportunity to not have to be in bondage to all of the 640 credit score, 2 years of work history, do this, gotta do that. It gives you some, like we said, leverage, and it gives you some leeway to break out into the real estate game. So it allows you to move forward with the process. It allows you to leverage.
See, that's definitely an alternative finance because people don't think creatively outside the box like that. So if a house has been on the market for a minute, hey seller, you think you could actually finance me? And you can purchase the home that way until your credit is ready to be able to finance it yourself, right?
That's right. And we want you guys to know with seller financing and hard money, sometimes the interest rates are a little higher, and that's fine. I want you guys, sometimes I wanted to let y'all know, some people, like previously the interest rates were higher, right? And people would say, oh, so seller financing and hard money lending or hard money loans or private money, private funding, seller financing and private funding. Anyhow, I would get people to say, oh, I'm gonna wait till the interest rate goes down. Look, if you continue to rent, you get nothing. Versus the interest rate when it goes down, because eventually it will, or when you know, while you're doing your seller financing, it might be a little higher. You will still be building equity and you will still be using your leverage to ultimately build wealth. So you guys have to keep that in mind. If you rent, you will never see a return. If you have a high interest rate, you have potential to still see a return, and that matters. So you guys need to know that.
Look at that. Look at all that knowledge my baby's dropping. She is only 24 years old and is so far ahead of her time. She's so far ahead of the game. And somebody asked, does she help 40-year-olds too? Yeah, I think a lot of her clients is 40. Yeah. You helped that guy who wasn't he your client, the one who won that America's Got Talent or something?
I sure did.
He's like 40.
He's 26. He's like 26. He's like 26. He might be like 28 now. He might be like 28, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was 40. My bad. Don't laugh at me.
Constance. Oh, shit.
Rewind that.
Look, you guys, we are going to be logging out soon. I'm going to do a quick recap. Before we do that, I want you guys to like, share, and drop us something in the comments. Drop us a bomb or something, because we're trying to make sure that, drop us a book, a pencil, because you taking notes. Do something so we can know that you're here with us. We want to feel you guys. We want to be in your space. So I'm going to do a quick recap. Got to have my notes. Got to make sure.
And make sure you guys follow Ari. Ari, what's your pages? How can they get in contact with you? Or how can they follow you?
Get in contact with me on Facebook, guys. I will respond to you in like 5 seconds. It's Ariane Armani Miller. You can see my name here, I believe. Oh, no, you can't see it, but it's Ariane Armani Miller. I'll drop it in the comments for you guys. And also, you can find me on my website. It's arianearmani.com. And you can find, if you want to see if you want to learn about me, go to arianearmani.com. If you want to learn about houses or see houses or how to attain a house, go to www.listwithariane.com, and we can make it happen. And if you want to just contact me directly.
Motivational speaker. Yes. All of that. And 24 years old.
Yep. If you guys want to go ahead and contact me directly, maybe you don't do the social media thing, but I think we're on social media or whatever. Just email me at ariane@catalystrealestate.com, and I will get back to you guys ASAP. Yeah, that's it. That's my website, guys. So go ahead and visit it and check it out. I want you guys to know, somebody said, I hope she ain't lying about Catalyst. I'm really not. Some stuff you just can't make up. It's the truth. We have a great family. Everybody's together. Everybody is just, we just love each other. So I want you guys to do that. Yeah, we just do. I mean, and then when you're getting money with people, you have to love them. Like, right. I'm mad at you for getting money with you. It's just not possible. So,
the thing about to add to that though is like we celebrate each other, so it's no jealousy, because what we know and one of our core principles is what God has for you is for you. My path is totally different. So, I was sharing with some, I do one-on-ones at the end of the year, and I was doing one-on-ones today. I do them all Wednesday. So I've been one-on-ones all day. And I was sharing, with one of our newer agents, she was feeling a little bad because, maybe she wasn't going as fast as another new agent. And I said, your path is your path. Her path is her path. You have a testimony. The way you have to go through your thing. And you got to understand that whatever it is that you go through, whether it's in your job, in your career, reaching your goals, overcoming obstacle, overcoming an addiction. Your journey is your journey, and other people need to see you going through it so that they can go through it too. You know, your life is the blueprint so that you can help other people. Everything that you go through, you're creating a blueprint for somebody else that's saying, "Hey, you know, I don't want to make it through," but then they see that you've been able to do it, and so don't get so caught up in looking at everybody else, because what God has for you is absolutely 100% for you, and so focus on your. And we talk about that a lot.
I just want to add to that real quick. What I always do, I truly believe, like I really believe it, that in this lifetime I'll be a billionaire. So sometimes I have my ups. I have a lot of money in the bank. Sometimes I have my downs. I ain't got that much. And although I'm concerned, I just I stick with the fact that, you know what, I'm gonna be a billionaire. I only got $5. It's good. Like it's coming. It's on its way. I truly believe that. So
Yeah,
and although sometimes we could get wrapped up in emotions, you gotta know that you know that you know, because when you do, you'll be able to press forward and inspire people and keep going. So
Ariane came to work for me when she was 22, and
mm,
she's always had that. I ain't put that in her. That's how her mama raised her. But I was just so impressed that she has the confidence. You know, when you're in your 20s, like I certainly wasn't that confident when I was in my 20s. Like I didn't get that confidence until I was probably damn near 40, right? I started to really know who I am in my 30s and probably know what I want in my 40s. But to be 22 and come with everything's going to work out, because it is. And to really believe that, like whatever's happening, it's all for the better. It's all for the good. Like Ariane really truly embodies that. And so I'm so impressed with you, sweetheart. Like you are just
and
absolutely
I just want people to know, sometimes they think that because you think that way, it's like lollipops and gumdrops. It's not. Like you still might cry because you still might feel like some type of anger, or you might be down, but you just know on the other side of the rainbow, it's gonna
come
be
on.
good. So I
Yeah.
want you guys to know it's okay to feel what you feel, but you can just keep going.
Yeah.
Um, I think so. That's that.
We
That
want
was
to
like
recap.
emotional, but that
Oh,
was emotional. But
baby.
okay. Here's the recap, you guys. If you're watching this, write down the numbers. Number one, save your money and budget. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I did that challenge where you take your bank account and itemize all the things that you spent, and I was like, I spent 2,300 a month on Amazon. I was like, what is wrong with you? So do that, you guys. Do those things, because we have money. The money's here. We just need to pull it together. So
Recap.
save and budget. It
Come on.
sounds basic, but it's very creative because no one's doing it.
Do that.
Get a co-signer. Get a co-signer. It could be your daddy, your mom, your grandma. Get a co-signer. You think your family is broke, because I'm telling you, but they're not. They're frugal. They're saving. They have a great work ethic. If you have an uncle that's been working at the same job for 40 years, he looks a little bummy, but trust me, he got a big bank account and a good credit score. So build relationships with those people. Seller financing. If you're challenged, your income is challenged, or your situation is kind of crazy, or your credit is challenged, look into seller financing. Become a landlord. Look into multi-units. And also, if maybe you can't afford them or can't get approved for a multi-unit, maybe you can rent out your rooms. Maybe you can rent out your rooms in your single family home until you can move forward and live life. Airbnb, I don't know. 401k and life insurance. Both of these things are money that we have that is just sitting around, I guess, for now. So pull it out, get your real estate, get yourself a house. You will never see any return on rent. That's period.
That's
Use
on.
your first property. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said that's on. Period. Go ahead.
Right, like my daughter would say, use your first property to leverage and build more, build. um let's see. Oh, connect with your friends and your family. I don't know if I talked about that like in depth, but just connect with your friends. You guys can get together to make something happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Or you know what? I'm gonna do this later, but I just want to throw this out there. Make a family house. If you have a big family, you guys can all buy a house together, and it could be the family house. That's the safe spot that everybody can go to just hang out, and it belongs to everybody.
I like
So
that.
consider those things. And then last but not least, ask for a gift. I think I said that already, but ask for a gift. I'm telling you guys, you think your family doesn't have it, they have it. So many times we hear the story like, Black people ain't got it. We need more help. We don't need help. We got it. We got it. I promise you guys.
You know,
I'm
and I'm from San Jose, California, right? And when I was growing up back in the olden days, because I'm 43 now, and they probably still do this, I'm sure. There were a lot of Vietnamese families in my neighborhood. Lots of Vietnamese, a lot of them. And they all lived with each other. It was like 20, 30 in a house sometimes.
Yes, you can.
We used to laugh at them and be like, it's a gang of them living in the house together. Oh my God, how they doing it?
Yeah.
Do you know Vietnamese own half of San Jose now? Because all of them were living together and supporting one another and practicing collective economics.
Yep.
We can, and I'm not going to say Black people can't do that. We can also do that.
We can.
If you teach your family and you have the same mindset, and I love the way you said that, if family house, if we have the same mindset about what our goal is around building and we have an end game, we can do the same thing. Not just going in there thinking everybody is a free for all, everybody's a party. No. There's an end game. In 6 months, we're gonna get Tisha out. In 12 months, we're gonna get Pookie out. In another 16 months, Ray gonna be out. You know what I mean? So we can do the same thing as long as we have a plan. We're all putting the money in together, and we all making sure that we stick to that plan. See, when you don't have a plan, everything go wild. Without a plan, the Bible says, without a vision, my people perish. So that's the reason why we can't do nothing. A lot of times it's because we go in there just thinking it's a free for all, or there's, we gonna party. No, we have a plan to get out and build wealth together. I'm telling you, let me tell you the story again. When I was growing up in San Jose, Vietnamese families, they'd be 20, 30 deep in a house. And we would laugh at them. Today, they own half of San Jose. And San Jose is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Silicon Valley, heart of Silicon Valley. They own half of that because they were willing to come together, live 20, 30 deep, and sacrifice for a little while for a bigger purpose.
And that's the thing. Like I was telling you guys earlier, it was hard. Like we always lived together. And then when we had to evict those tenants when I bought my house, that was hard. Like I had to go visit you at your granny house. Like that. Like that. It was hard, but it worked. It worked out for the best.
T. Harv Eker says, in life, if you're willing to do what's hard, life will be easy. But if you're willing to do what is easy, life will be hard.
Yes.
And so sometimes we have to make those sacrifices for the greater good. Luckily, you have such a great foundation. But when I was your age, I wasn't even working in real estate yet. I didn't start working until I was 26. But I filed bankruptcy, foreclosure. Like I've had all of these obstacles. You're a mile ahead of the game because you have people like me around you that say, hey, do this, do this. I didn't have that. But I had to go through things in order to get there, some hardships and obstacles in order to get there. And so those are the hard things I had to go through, and I'm okay with going through some hard things. I know your hard things are going to be different than my hard things. So your hard thing is going to be bankruptcy. It ain't going to be foreclosure. It's going to be something else. But the point is we're willing to go through those hard things so we can make our life easier.
That's right. That's so
Come
true.
on. All right.
It's Sunday, y'all. It's Sunday.
Yeah. So, Katina said, where do I start to get that information? And I'm not sure what information she's talking about. Do you know, Ari? Have you been looking at the comments?
I didn't see that one for some reason. I'm seeing all of them, but I didn't see that one. So Katina, just reach out to us and we'll let you know where to start. Visit me at my website, call me, text me, or Facebook me. If you Facebook me, I'll respond like in 5 minutes. It'll be 4 a.m.
Also, we'll be doing some Q&As on ConstanceCarterVIP.com. Constance Carter, and we'll go a lot deeper and unpack a lot more and give you a wealth of information. We'll be doing that every week. And so the first month is free. Subscribe. Go to ConstanceCarterVIP.com so we can put you up on game. Now, here's the thing about investing, because I want people to get used to investing in themselves. I invest in myself all the time because I am my biggest investment. I am my biggest commodity. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars on my personal development so that I could be where I am today. And so with whatever you do, don't ever expect to get anything for free. And I'm not talking about just this. I'm talking about if you're going to get a coach, if you're going to get a trainer, if you want to do anything that's going to improve yourself, be willing to invest. You know, get somebody that's already been through it, but understand that people don't have a whole lot of time. So people who are busy aren't going to have time to give you that game for free. So sometimes you got to put yourself in places where you have to invest, where you're willing to invest in yourself. And I'm telling you, the people that I know that are willing to do that, they take it more serious. People find value when they have to invest in it. I'm not afraid to invest in myself. So you shouldn't be afraid to invest in yourself. And so, you know, I've partnered with Dr. Boyd Watkins. We decided that, you know, I'll make myself available, which I don't. I charge $2,000 a month for coaching. Okay. So the $50 or whatever a month you get for a one-on-one Q&A with me every week is extremely, I mean, is that like 1,000% discount, because this is what I do for a living. This is how I spend my time. So if you guys want to get more information on how you can really change your life and create wealth for yourselves and for your family, subscribe to ConstanceCarterVIP.com. And I'm willing to help. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I decided to cut out some time to be able to help people 1 hour a week and answer all your questions on how you can build your empire too. So I've been able to do it. Right, Ari?
That's right.
All right. So you guys, thank you for staying with us for so long. As again, we have so many people that are logging in or that have chimed in. Make sure you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen. Make sure you go over to Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. Subscribe to that page too, because we are dropping straight game on game that we know that we ain't read, but game that we live through and that we help people do every day. So we thank you for tuning in today and staying the entire time. Isn't my baby Ariane Armani Miller? Isn't she the bomb.com? 24 years old, best-selling author, motivational speaker, life insurance agent, real estate agent. What award did you get last year at Catalyst? Shining Star Award or something?
I got like over like the person who represents what a catalyst agent is. I forget what it was, but it was that. It was like this. We are a catalyst for change. So Constance feels as though I represent that.
Yeah.
Catalyst for change for the people.
You embody that, sweetheart. So you're at the beginning, but God, the trajectory of where you're getting ready to go, to be able to sit on the front row, Ari, and to see you build and to see you grow is absolutely amazing. So I appreciate you. Thank you, baby. I love you. And thank you for being on here with me today.
Thank you. All right, y'all.
Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Want to change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder. I can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
See ya.